Good morning, students. Hope you'll be fine. In continuation to this topic, that's the structure of DNA. Last time we were discussing in last two videos rather. We have discussed the double helix model of this DNA, which was given by this Watson and Crick. And today we will proceed further in the structure of DNA. We will study some rules. We will study some this what we call as the types of this DNA. First, let us study the some rules, and first rule जो आज हम पढ़ लेंगे that is called as the base pair rule. Base pair rule. What we have discussed in the structure of DNA, which was given by the Watson and the Crick, that there are some nitrogen bases. There are nitrogen bases which are attached at the what we call as the pentose sugar at carbon first. And these nitrogen bases, अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, they are of two types. First one is called as the purines, and second one we have got pyrimidines. Purines की अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, we have got two types of purines, adenine and what we call as a guanine, and we have got pyrimidines three rather. थ्री पहले हम तीन की बात कर लेंगे. एक है साइटोसिन, थायमीन, एंड वी हैव गॉट यूरेसिल. In this DNA we have got purines 2, and out of these 3 we have got 2, that is cytosine and thymine. And this uracil जो है इसको हम बाहर निकल देते हैं. It is found in the RNA. In RNA what we will see, this thymine is replaced by this uracil. Now we are discussing the structure of DNA. Then this uracil जो है इसकी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत नहीं है. In RNA this thymine, that is this pyrimidine, इसको replace किया जाता है uracil के साथ. Now how this pairing takes place? This purine it pairs with this pyrimidine. Now which type of purine pairs with this pyrimidine, and जो उनका रिश्ता है वो रिश्ता कौन सा है? Now this adenine it pairs with thymine with the help of two these bonds. These are the hydrogen bonds, but these are weak bonds. And guanine it pairs with this cytosine with 3 weak bonds, and these are also hydrogen bonds. Now adenine अगर हम बात कर लेंगे, it pairs with this thymine with the help of these 2 weak hydrogen bonds, and this guanine it pairs with this cytosine with the help of the 3 weak hydrogen bonds. Now what we will see in this case, if this is the one strand, because we know that the DNA is a double helix structure, this is the one strand, and what we will see here, it is 5-3. यहाँ से हम देखते हैं 5 fifth carbon is free. यहाँ पर हम देखते हैं third is the fifth end and this is the third end. And what we will see here, जो हम देखते हैं कि जो नाइट्रोजन बेस जो हमारे पास है, they are, this is adenine, this is thymine, this is cytosine, this is guanine. First, now we have got this another strand, that's the second strand, but these two strands we know they are anti-parallel to each other. Here we will see now this becomes the third end, it becomes the fifth end, like this. Now what will be the base pair here? Here adenine it pairs with thymine, that is the thymine pairs with adenine, cytosine pairs with guanine, guanine pairs with this cytosine. Now again we will see adenine and thymine, there is the double bond, hydrogen bond rather. There adenine thymine there is again double bond, 2 hydrogen bonds are there. Cyto there are the 3 weak hydrogen bonds, and G and C there are 3 weak hydrogen bonds. Now what we will see, this strand and this strand, this one strand and this second strand, they are complementary. That means they are very much essential for each other. They are complementary to each other. This means, what does this mean? If we know the sequence of nitrogen bases on this, if we know the sequence of nitrogen base on the first strand, we will be in a position, we will be able to determine the nitrogen bases on the second strand. That means if we know the sequence of nitrogen base on one strand, we may be in a position, because of this base pair rule, we may be in a position, we will be able to determine the nitrogen bases on the second strand. For example, I gave here that it is the adenine. We know that this adenine, it pairs with the thymine, so there will be the thymine. Thymine, it pairs with the adenine, cytosine, guanine, and guanine with cytosine. So if we know the sequence of this, so they are complementary to each other. If we know the sequence of nitrogen bases on one strand, we will be in a position, or we will be able to determine or to know the sequence of nitrogen bases on the other strand. This was one rule. This is the base pair rule. Now there is the second rule that was given by another biologist, that is called, his name was Erwin Chargaff. Erwin Chargaff's rule इसको हम बोलते हैं. Erwin Chargaff's rule. This rule, Erwin Chargaff's rule. He make the use of using the same information what we see in the base pair rule. What did he give? He put forth some rules, and these rules were called as the Chargaff's rule. And his, what we will see, जो उसका जो rule है, they were mainly based on, they were this quantitative basis. They were based on the numbers. First interpret जो उसने किया, what we see, he says this adenine and thymine are equal in number, in quantity. That means if the number of adenine is 2, then the number of thymine will be also 2. Here this is not this hydrogen bond. This is equality. This is equality. This here in Chargaff's rule. Here it is not equality. It is the hydrogen bond, 2 hydrogen bonds. What did he say, Chargaff? That the number of adenine and thymine are equal in number. That is, if we see here, there are adenine 1 and 1, so there are 2. Here thymine is 2, so 2. So we can say here A by T, that is equal to 1, because if we take this example, adenine yes में कितने हैं, एक और एक कितने हो गए, 2, divided by, यहाँ पर thymine कितने हो गए, 2, so their ratio is equal to 1, so A by T is equal to 1. दूसरा point जो उसने बताया, that G is equal to C, also quantitatively, that the number of guanine is equal to number of cytosine. This is equality, but here we will see it is not equality, it is the 3 hydrogen bonds. Now, if again ratio G by C, it is equal to 1. For example, if the number of guanine is 3, यहाँ पर 2 ही हैं, we can write 2. If the number of cytosine, this is again 2, we can say it is 1. So Chargaff again say G is equal to C, that is number of guanine is equal to number of cytosine. Third, what he has said, that he said number of purines is equal to number of pyrimidines. That means A plus G is equal to C plus T. He said A plus G is equal to C plus T, or we can simply, अगर हम इनको intermix भी कर लेंगे, he also intermixes them, that it becomes, equation becomes like this, A plus C is equal to T plus G, that is 1 purine, 1 pyrimidine, 1 pyrimidine and 1 purine. So their number is 7. It is based on the quantitatively. If here we will see that 2 are these. If there are 2 adenines, there are 2, yeah, 3, there are 2 cytosine, that is equal to 4. If we see this thymine, they are also 2 because number of these cytosine is 2. Guanine, there are 2. So we'll see that is again becomes equal to 4. So this ratio also becomes equal. This was this Erving-Chargaff's rule, and जिसका जो ये था here we will जो इसने दिया था that these are based on quantitatively based. Quantity उसने बताई थी कि that on the basis of the number. Now based on these two rules, sometimes there are some questions which are asked in the exam, like based on these two rules. For example, I will give an example. What we will see, if in a DNA strand, that's a double DNA strand, the amount of adenine is 20%. What will be the amount of cytosine in the strand? On the basis of these, what we call as this Bayes rule as well as the Chargaff's rule. We know according to the Bayes pair rule, adenine जो है, it mainly pairs what we see in this thymine. It pairs with this thymine. So 8. We know that it is 20%. What will be the amount of this thymine? It will be also 20%. Total हमारे पास percentage है, that is 100. 100% में से adenine 20% थी. Now knowing this Bayes pair rule, अब total thymine बार कितना निकला? 20%. So that total हमारे पास बन गए 40%. अब हमारे पास दो बच गए, guanine, and we have to determine this cytosine. We again know that this guanine and cytosine, they are also equal. G is equal to C. Let the amount of G is X, that means C भी कितना है? X. X और X कितने हो गए? 20X. लेकिन 40 ये तो आ गए, बाकी कितना बचता? 60%. Now X is equal to 60 by 2, that becomes equal to 30%. So हमारे पास जो cytosine जो कितना आ गया, that becomes equal to 30%. So such simple questions, they are often asked in the examination. What we have to do? How if we know the percentage of one nitrogen base, we will be in a position to give the amount of the another somewhat different in this nitrogen base. Now, types of DNA. Simple. On the basis of their role, on the basis of their functions, we have got on the basis of their role, or we can say functions, DNA are of two types. DNA are of two types. First one, that is called as tropic. Second one is called as genetic. Tropic DNA is that DNA which is involved in all the metabolic activities, in all metabolic activities of an organism, activities of an organism, except reproduction. So this type of DNA, it is involved in all the metabolic activities of the except reproduction. While as the genetic DNA, it is that type of DNA which is involved only in reproduction. Involved only in reproduction. दूसरी बात, now this type of DNA, it is not found in the higher organisms. It is mainly found in the lower organisms. We have got the example. For example, हमारे पास एक example है, that is paramecium. वहां पर हम ये देखते हैं. If you know the structure of paramecium, structure of this paramecium, it is a unicellular organism. It has got two types of nucleus. One is somewhat bean shaped structure, and another one is very much small nucleus, which is often associated with it. This bean shaped nucleus, it is called as macronucleus, and this smaller one nucleus, it is called as micronucleus. Now this macronucleus, जो ये वाला nucleus है, it is responsible to perform various metabolic activities in this organism, in this paramecium. Now, when this paramecium, it attains the maturity, it has to undergo the process of reproduction. This macronucleus, it disintegrates and it intermixes with this, what we call as cell contents. It disintegrates, ये खत्म हो जाता है. Now this macronucleus has got the DNA, which is this tropic DNA. Now this micronucleus, when the stage of division has reached, it has attained the maturity, this micronucleus, it divides into two. One goes to the upper half and another one goes to the lower half. That is simply by means of the binary fission. And this paramecium, it divides into the two. So this DNA, it takes part in the reproduction. So this micronucleus, इसमें जो DNA पाया जाता है, it is genetic DNA. This is the first type of this, what we call as this types of DNA on the basis of role and the function. Now we have got second. Second जो है, on the basis of number of nitrogen base pairs, gamma, and what will be called as coiling, या हम कहेंगे coiling rather, etc. On that basis, on the basis of the number of nitrogen bases and what we call as the coiling, we have got different types of this DNA. I will simply draw the chart and this chart will become somewhat easier. This is the DNA. What type of DNA we have got? We have got DNA A, DNA B, DNA C, DNA D, DNA Z. Now, number of base pairs. अगर हम A में देखेंगे, number of base pairs is 1. That is in one coil, in one turn, there are 11 base pairs. In B, we have got 10, which we have already discussed. The double helix model, which was given by the Watson and Crick. In C, it is 9.33. That is between the 10 and 9. D, it is the 8. Z, it is the 12. Number of base pairs in A, it is 11, B में 10, 9.33, D में 8, Z में 12. Now, second, coiling. How does it coil? This A में हम देखते हैं जो coiling है, that is right hand, that is clockwise. Clockwise, or we can say right-handed. D में clockwise oblique right-handed. C में clockwise and right-handed. D में clockwise and right-handed, and in case of Z, it is anti-clockwise and left-handed. Last जो हम देखते हैं, that is diameter, helix diameter. That is this diameter, which is called as helical diameter. उसकी मेजरमेंट कितनी है? Here it is 23 angstroms. B में which was stated it is 20 angstroms. C not. And in case of the Z, it is very much that it is 80. It is 80. C और D का पता नहीं है अभी, मेजरमेंट हुआ है दिस का डायमीटर का 23 एंगस्ट्रॉम्स, 20 एंगस्ट्रॉम्स, एंड हियर इट इज 18 angstrom. This was what we call as the types of this DNA, and this DNA it was based on the role, it was based on the function, and second one we had this जो हमारे पास types of DNA on the base of this number of this what we call as the base pairs, and what we call as well as the coiling as well as the helical diameter. We have given some rules, that is this base pair rule, and second one we have got the Erwin-Chargaff's rule. Chargaff's rule is mainly applicable for the double strand, not for monostrand. It is mainly applicable for double strand. We have got on the basis of functions, we have got two types of DNA. We have got first one that is called as this that is this tropic, and second we have got the genetic, and we have got on this basis number of base pairs, and we have got 5 types of these what we call as this DNA A, B, C, D, and Z. This was all for today. We will continue further regarding this our topic, that is a molecular base of genetics and inheritance. Until then, goodbye. God bless you. Thanks.